Give us the access codes now! Your entire fortune belongs to us.
He's making a huge mistake.
This will definitely destroy him.
Then it is settled.
Let me go!
The city admired Ethan Harrison, a young, handsome white billionaire CEO whose intelligence had built the country's largest technology empire before he turned 30. Despite his immense wealth, Ethan was known for his humility, generosity, and respect for ordinary people. Unknown to him, success had earned him dangerous enemies. 3 rival businessmen had secretly joined forces after losing countless contracts to Harrison Group. Their jealousy grew into hatred. If Ethan disappears, one of them whispered during a private meeting, his company will collapse. Then we'll own everything. Their evil plan began immediately. One rainy evening, Ethan left a charity gala without his usual security team, insisting they should escort a visiting diplomat instead. As his sports car entered a lonely highway, several black SUVs surrounded him. Masked men smashed his windows. Before he could react, he was injected with a powerful sedative. Darkness consumed him. The kidnappers hid Ethan inside an abandoned warehouse deep inside the forest. For days they tortured him, demanding access codes to billions of dollars hidden in company accounts. Despite his injuries, Ethan refused. One stormy night, lightning struck the warehouse's power supply. Everything went dark. In the confusion, Ethan broke free from his ropes and escaped into the forest. Bleeding. Weak. Barely conscious. He wandered for hours before collapsing beside a dusty village road. Early the next morning, a beautiful ebony-skinned young woman drove past in an old second-hand pickup truck. Her name was Amora Okoye. Anyone seeing her would think she was an ordinary village girl struggling to survive. Only one person knew the truth. She was the only daughter of one of Africa's wealthiest business families. After disagreeing with her controlling parents, Amora had quietly left home months earlier. She bought a modest bungalow in a peaceful village using a trusted lawyer so nobody could trace her. She dressed simply, cooked her own meals, fetched groceries herself. She wanted to experience life without wealth. As she drove along the road, she noticed Ethan lying unconscious. Oh my goodness! She immediately stopped. Ignoring the blood covering his clothes, she carefully lifted him into the pickup. I'm not leaving you here. For weeks Amora treated Ethan herself. She cleaned his wounds, changed his bandages, cooked warm meals, read books beside him while he rested. When Ethan finally woke, he remembered everything. Except one important detail. He chose not to reveal his identity. If these kidnappers were still searching, pretending to be poor was the safest choice. My name is Ethan. I'm Amora. What do you do? I just survive, she smiled. And you? I used to work for a company. Neither told the truth. Every day they laughed together, cooked together, worked in the small vegetable garden, watched sunsets from the tiny porch. Without realizing it, love quietly entered both hearts. 2 months passed. Ethan had completely recovered. One evening, they sat outside watching children play. You know, Ethan smiled. I've never been happier. Amora laughed. Even in this tiny bungalow? Especially here. She looked away shyly. I've started feeling something. So have I. Silence. Then Ethan gently held her hand. I think I'm falling in love with you. Tears filled Amora's eyes. I already fell. The next weekend, Amora suggested they visit one of the country's biggest supermarkets. She wanted to buy household supplies. They entered wearing simple clothes. Old sandals. No jewelry. No expensive watches. A newly employed cashier stared at them with disgust. What do you people want here? Amora smiled politely. We're here to shop. The young man scoffed loudly. We don't entertain beggars. Customers stop to watch. You'll scare away wealthy customers. Ethan remained calm. Please don't judge people by appearance. The cashier laughed. Security! Throw them out. People began whispering. Some even laughed. The supermarket manager hurried downstairs. The moment he saw Amora, his face turned pale. He rushed toward her. Then, to everyone's shock, he knelt respectfully. Miss Amora, please forgive us. The owner instructed us that whenever you visit, you must receive royal treatment. The rude cashier froze. What? The manager stood. You are fired immediately. But sir. Leave. Security escorted him outside. The manager apologized repeatedly. Everything today is complimentary. Customers stared in complete silence. Ethan looked at Amora. You? She smiled awkwardly. I suppose I owe you an explanation. As they sat inside the supermarket cafe, Amora sighed. I wasn't honest. I come from an extremely wealthy family. My parents own businesses across several countries. I ran away because everyone loved my money more than me. I wanted someone to love me for who I am. She looked at Ethan nervously. Now you know. Ethan smiled gently. I understand. Before he could explain himself, something extraordinary happened outside. The sound of dozens of luxury engines echoed through the parking lot. One after another. Black Rolls-Royces. Bentleys. Mercedes Maybachs. Range Rovers. They stopped in perfect formation. Nearly 50 professionally dressed bodyguards stepped out. Their leader spotted Ethan. Immediately, every single bodyguard bowed deeply. Welcome back, Mr. Harrison. We've searched for you for 2 months. News helicopters appeared overhead. Company executives rushed from the lead vehicle. We thought you were dead. Amora covered her mouth. Her eyes widened. No. You? Ethan smiled sheepishly. I guess it's my turn. I'm Ethan Harrison, the CEO of Harrison Group, the richest young businessman in the country. Amora laughed through tears. So we've both been pretending. He nodded. Looks like we fooled each other. Police soon arrested the businessman responsible for Ethan's kidnapping. The kidnappers confessed everything. The rivals were sentenced to long prison terms. Ethan regained control of his company. His first decision surprised everyone. He established a national foundation supporting kidnapping victims and vulnerable families. Amora reopened her family's charitable organization with a renewed mission to fund education, healthcare, and housing for those in need. The media couldn't stop talking about the mysterious love story of 2 billionaires who had fallen in love while believing the other was poor. Months later, the nation witnessed the most beautiful wedding in decades. Thousands gathered outside the cathedral. Leaders from around the world attended. Children from orphanages lined the entrance with flowers. As the music began, Ethan stood at the altar in a classic white tuxedo. Then Amora appeared. Her radiant ebony skin glowed beneath her elegant white gown, and her warm smile captivated everyone in attendance. When she reached Ethan, he whispered softly, I fell in love with the woman in the little bungalow. She smiled. And I fell in love with the man who never cared whether I was rich or poor. They exchanged vows. The congregation erupted in applause as they were pronounced husband and wife. Although they returned to lives of immense wealth, Ethan and Amora never forgot the lessons they had learned during those 2 quiet months. They kept the little bungalow instead of selling it. Whenever life became too busy, they would return there to cook simple meals, tend the small vegetable garden, and watch the sunset from the porch where their love had first begun. Together, they used their fortunes to build schools, hospitals, and shelters across the nation, proving that true greatness is measured not by the size of one's bank account, but by the kindness of one's heart. And so, the handsome young white billionaire CEO and the beautiful ebony black billionaire heiress lived happily ever after, bound together not by wealth, but by trust, compassion, and a love that had first blossomed in the humble home where neither knew the other's true identity.
I'm about to coaster, purple under scouter. Every bullish kills in the QDOs in the poster. Rebel look at skin, the mama juice in the powder. Collects my new ghost, a new part of Tauta. Heredeka do done this shit all over. Seen that under Brooker, Sata, Puta, Grapha, Scatta, Tauta. Ha, woo, ala de kana pauta. Hey, ooh, woo, ala de kana pauta. Hey, ooh, woo, adali kana pauta. Ka jail na ba pauta, la leona ma hauta. Ala de kana